Welcome back to the show, everybody. Lots of stuff on the desk here. Got a lot of stuff up here. Our first guest today is a world traveler and a New York Times best-selling author. Dan Buettner famously coined the phrase blue zones. And if you don't know, there are places around the world where people live the longest and healthiest lives. Dan has taken what he learned of those areas and applied it to American diets. His latest cookbook is out, and you are going to love it. It is called The Blue Zone Kitchen One-Pot Meals, 100 Recipes to Live to 100. Audience, give it up for Dan Buettner. Welcome back, Bernie.
Good to see you.
Welcome back.
What a thrill.
How you doing, buddy?
Wow.
Oh, wow. Welcome back.
It's a delight to be here. And what a thrill to have a live audience.
Isn't it fun? I know.
Like...
They're good people. They're good. They're excited today because it's Margarita Friday. We pull out a cart. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's Wednesday. It feels like a Friday. Anyway, yeah. Dan, for the people that are new or maybe have never heard of this, can you, because there's so much to get to, can you do the Reader's Digest version? I did it a little there. What are the blue zones? What are the blue zones?
So it's based on the fact that only about 20% of how long we live is dictated by our genes. The other 80% is something else. So to find out what that other 80% of longevity is, we found 5 areas: Sardinia, Italy; Okinawa, Japan; Ikaria, Greece; Nicoya, Costa Rica; and the Seventh-day Adventist. These are people who live 10 years longer than we do. And all I've done for the last 20 years is with scientists is go figure out what they've been doing to get this extra 10 years. And that means they're not suffering from obesity, they're not suffering from type 2 diabetes or dying of heart attacks. They have what we want, a long life, and they look good till the very end.
Can I tell you, there is a takeaway, and you guys go watch, we're going to talk about the book, but go watch the Netflix docuseries if you haven't. I'll tell you how in a little bit. But anyway, can I tell you my takeaway from that? There were so many takeaways, but I not quote this, but I talk about it all the time. Those Italian grandmas who, no, seriously, guys. They live, I mean, Italy is hilly, and it's great that they walk up the stairs. And that's part of the longevity, right, is not being still.
I think we're the first ones to document the fact that the steeper your village, the longer you live. Not the altitude, the steeper the village. So it underscores, we think that we have to go pump iron in a gym to be healthy, but actually, walking is about 90% of all the physical activity you need.
Oh, perfect. Director Leo put it up. This is part of it. And that's why I love that my mom has a townhouse with multiple levels. I'm like, move her into one. No. The stairs are a great thing. Keep moving.
We're relentlessly marketed that we have to find a program and find resources and stick to it and individual responsibility. But the longest lived people in the world, Jason, they don't do it. They don't try to live a long time. They simply live in environments where they're nudged to move more, to eat better, to socialize more, to have purpose. It's not something they have to remember to do. It's a product of their environment. And that's the big key. If you want to live longer, don't try to change your behavior. Shape your surroundings so you mindlessly do better things for a long run.
Let's talk about the book, One Pot Meals. You narrowed this down, correct me if I'm wrong, 650,000 recipes?
Correct. I work with Stanford. So, the most important longevity ingredient, guess what it is?
Beans?
Beans, I would say, is number 2, and it's a very good answer.
Nuts!
That's number 3. Beans and nuts. It's actually deliciousness. Why? Because even if I tell you beans are the healthiest food in the world and you eat them for a week, it's not going to do any good for your longevity. You have to find food that you're going to eat almost every day for the long run. And if food is made to taste delicious, my job is over. You don't have to remember to do it or force yourself to do it. It just happens naturally. So with this book, we reverse engineered deliciousness, scraped 650,000 recipes, found all the recipes with 100 or more 5-star reviews, and then examine them for the flavor patterns. And there's only 7 flavor patterns that Americans like the best.
Okay.
And based on those, then we went and built 100 recipes that can be made in one pot, that cost under $5 a piece, and that you can cook in under 30 minutes.
And your dad was the tester for these, I hear?
My dad, Roger Buettner, who's watching right now.
Roger.
A 90-year-old farmer who grew up on the farm. If Raj didn't like it, it got nixed.
Oh, okay. And let me tell you, I know Raj approves. The last time you're here, I went cuckoo. I'm a guy, when I love something, I love it, and I annoy people because I talk about it endlessly. I know you eat minestrone for breakfast every morning.
Every morning.
I ate, where is it? Your minestrone. You can get the Blue Zone meals, audience. I eat these for lunch quite often. These probably one of the best frozen food items I've ever had.
Thank you very much.
Really, truly, one of the best food, yeah.
Thank you.
What went into that? Like the process of making that?
We spent an entire year. To get to this one meal here, I worked with a Yale food developer for 1 year. We went through 27 iterations until we found one that would taste maniacally delicious. And now it's in Target, it's in Byerly's, it's in Whole Foods, just about any freezer section you can get this. It's the #1 best-selling plant-based frozen food in America right now.
And it should be, man. I really mean that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have my 3 favorites. I love the burrito bowl, get some variety, people. And then the basil pesto veggie bowl are so good. Your dad approves of all these?
He ate every one of them.
And you mentioned plant-based diet, and I mentioned, we got 30 seconds, we'll come back on the other side. The other takeaway, I just remember when I was listing off what I thought the best ingredient was, the power of eating nuts. I forgot what episode it was. The woman that just ate a handful of nuts, there's research that shows the benefit.
If you eat a handful of nuts, especially walnuts, it's worth an extra 3 years of life expectancy.
Can you, right, audience? Just, walnuts.
Walnuts, yes. It's an association, but if you're going to snack, walnuts put the stack the deck in your favor for an extra couple years. Everyone
is going to run out and get walnuts as soon as this show's over. Okay, when we come back, book, meals, Netflix. There's another project that Dan has. We'll talk about that when we return. Back in a moment, everybody. These are sincere.
The longevity industry is booming. Everywhere you turn, you're being sold some supplement or superfood to extend your life. But what if I told you that the real secrets to living a longer, happier life are much simpler?
And you'll discover that on the podcast. It's a trailer for Dan Buettner's podcast, all about living a longer and healthier life. We're back with Dan. I talked about this with you during the commercial break. Do you like the format of a podcast?
I love it. You can unpack a story when you have a podcast. And also, I've worked for National Geographic for 20 years. And to write a book, I usually have about 1,000 pages of transcripts from interviews. 95% are just thrown away. A podcast, the whole thing's used.
Yeah.
And some of the best material are just little things that are said in passing, little dollops of wisdom that you can capture.
Look at Andrew. Look at Mr. Andrew there. Let's, when people hear, let me just tick through some quick things. Fruits and veggies. People always go, oh, eat more fruits and veggies. You say that's not always the answer, right?
Well, people in the blue zones, about 90 to 95% of what they eat are whole food, plant-based.
Okay.
Meat is a celebratory food. They eat about 20 pounds of meat a year, and in America we eat about 240 pounds of meat, and the thing.
Someone just went, whoa.
And a lot tomorrow. Yeah, so if you're eating more than a serving or two of meat a day, your chance of heart disease and type 2 diabetes about doubles. So you want to keep an eye on that, actually.
Off the top of your head, if there's a food or a category of foods just to try to avoid, what would that be, my friend?
Sugar. The #1 toxic in our food environment is sugar. We eat about 120 pounds of sugar a year, and a lot of it's hidden in like a yogurt, like we think Fruit Locker, active cultures. There's more sugar in a yogurt than there is in a Coke, ounce for ounce. Ketchups, ragu, there's so much hidden sugar, and that metabolically wreaks havoc with us.
Okay, on that note, because we were laughing, we're segueing after you leave us. The audience knows what I'm going to say. We're going to go over to Leslie Miller and talk about wine, but wine in moderation. I saw those Italian grandmothers drinking some wine. I mean, does alcohol fit in at all? Please say yes.
Red wine does, yes. So no, I get hit with this all the time because epidemiology says no level is safe. But in blue zones, 90% of these people making it to 90 or 100 are drinking wine every single day. Now,
Unless he's clapping.
But it's high quality wine. It's usually consumed in company with the meal. And by the way, if you're drinking a high quality red wine with a plant-based meal, you get about 4 times more absorption of the nutrients. So, note to self tomorrow.
What a perfect way to go from this guest to that guest. Give it up for Dan Buettner, everybody. Grab a copy of his new cookbook right now. For more information, head to the website, danbuettner.com. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back in a moment. Thank you, my friend.
That was fun. You're so good.
I love you too.